a skill or a service or a product and then sell it to rich people. Okay. But now if we go to February 2024, I am 1 month away from being a dad now. My daughter was born March 11th, 2024. And I knew I had to grow up. I knew I had to get my shit together. Couldn't be doing this gaming podcast thing. Even if I thought that the podcast and creator could work, I had to speed that process up and kind of die to my dreams of being a creator. And so I invested $7,000 into mentorship, a writing program, because I loved writing content. I knew that content was kind of the world I wanted to stay in, writing online, this digital business creator world. I was just fascinated by creators and social media, and I thought this was a market that was emerging. That's another thing, is I saw the creator economy was still going to be growing, so I didn't think that it was something that was dying. $7,000, my wife was pissed. I made the decision without her, and I regret that. That was a big learning lesson for me, that I shouldn't, like, that's just not being a team. Even if I thought that it was good, it is not being a team unit, especially a month away from being parents. It was irresponsible, and not a good idea. However, because I did that, I had to go all in. So from February to June, I was trying to be a email marketer, newsletter, making lead magnets, and I was doing free work all the time. I was grinding this academy. Okay, I was in every single call, I listened to every single video, I was doing all of the homework, I was asking questions, super engaged, I was ripping outreach. Okay, I'm doing a ton of cold outreach trying to get my first client, and I was doing this, and I did some free work for people. Okay, hey, I'll make you an email list, I'll make you a lead magnet. Sorry about that. So this month, ton of cold outreach. I'm learning online business at this point. I'm learning, how creators make money, views, to funnels, to landing pages, to offers, to creations, all of this stuff. I'm learning the intricacies of it. But I wasn't making any money yet, and I thought I was close, but I took a small pivot. Because school was getting popular, and Alex Hormozi, I kind of got down that rabbit hole. And so I was like, I'm going to be a growth operator. I'm going to partner with creators. I already have the writing skill. I'm already learning. So instead of just doing the newsletter, I'll do everything. So there was this wrestler. I come from a wrestling background. I was like, dude, I'll do everything. He had a bigger following. I'll build the course. We'll do it all. I flew to Jacksonville for him. We recorded 2 days of content. Okay, it was insane. We posted the course. We made $150. Okay, he gave me a setup fee of about $2 to $3,000. I can't remember. Probably, I think 2.5. I think it's 3 actually. So I made my first couple $1,000s online, and I was about a month and a half into the journey. All right, or a year and a half into the journey. A year and some change, basically a year. And I was like, okay, like this is the route that I can go. Like I saw my first dollar. But the failed launch hurt so bad. He ended up bailing. I wanted to try to work through it. He ended up bailing. And so then I'm back. Nothing. I ended up getting a part-time job back in ministry just because I had to start paying the bills. And that was about $3,000 a month. So now my wife is no longer at work. Her paychecks have ran out from maternity. All we have is $3,000 a month for my part-time job while I'm still chasing the stream. I joined Artisan Lab with Ben Bader. That was a couple, $4 or $5,000 for more mentorship. And this was about September of 2024. I think I joined in July, so July, August, September of 2024. I needed to make one more small pivot, and I think creating content, I was seeing a lot of people wanting it. A lot of people were like, I need to make money with content, organic social media, Instagram scripts, editing, strategy, videos, all this different stuff, YouTube. So I went all in there. I was like, okay, one more pivot. I'm not changing, it's not shiny object syndrome, it's small pivots, right? So I went all in, and I was able to stack I stacked 3 $1,000 retainers, local people within my network, okay? So cold outreach and warm outreach got me to my first $3,000. On top of my part-time job, I was making $6,000. We finally had enough money to pay the bills. This is the first time in 2 years we had enough money to pay the bills. We depleted my wife's savings account. Then I got really good results, millions of views, and I was able to spin that into a referral into my first massive client. Okay, 8 or 9 grand, it was 9 grand a month. This changed my life. I was like, holy cow, it's happening. At the same time, I went and I worked, and I still work for a mentor named Alex Garcia, and he is one of the greatest marketers on the planet. He works with massive brands, and I got a ton of exposure. I was able to work with 9-figure companies doing marketing consulting. And this is where things snowballed. This was about 2 or 3 months ago. Once this starts happening, snowballs, catches. One client went from 8 grand, got another for 10, got another for 8. I now fire the 3K clients, the 1K clients. You get another referral for a 6 and a 5. And then you get to kind of pick and choose. Which client do I want to work with? Which one do I not? Am I getting good results? Oh, I got bad results for one client. One client I got bad results for. It was an offer that I didn't necessarily love, and was able to move on, add more. So that is my journey. There's so much that went into that. And I think people don't understand the full process. And I'll answer any questions in the comments because, this is a long video. It's 10 minutes. I didn't even get into a lot of the mental that had to happen to me. Welcome to day 2 of Thinking Like a Content Strategist, where I give you content strategy tactics that are actually rooted in psychology and data every single day until Christmas. Today, we're going to cover 3 things. Number 1, it's not really a tip, but I'm going to teach you how to give back to the homies a little bit that also create content. Number 2, trial reels. I'm going to give you a little strategy on trial reels. And then number 3, we're going to talk about remixing content with a Japanese art. Bear with me. All right, the first thing we're going to do is, if you have friends that make content, you have content creators that you are fans of, we need to do 3 things to take care of them. Take care of them. And then this actually turns into a tip for you, because if you do it for them, you send them this video, they will also do it for you. What we're going to do is we're going to make a saved file, a saved folder, and we're just going to call it Algo. We don't have to ever look at it again. We're just saving our friends and our favorite creators' videos into Algo. Next, we're also just going to get one friend that we just send videos to, and we literally just say Algo. It's really simple. What we're doing is we're giving this video a send and a share, which is going to boost the views. Even, you don't understand, like, one share and one save can do a lot for a video. The last thing we're doing is we're arguing in the comments for our homies. This is my boy Jackson. He just is all up in my comments, always just arguing with people, and then people argue back with him, and we just keep running it up. He's looking out for me. He is a homie. I do this for other people. If you're a homie, you need to get an algorithmic folder. You need to send it to a friend and just say Algo, and you just got to argue with people in the comments of your friends' videos to drive engagement. Okay, let's talk about trial reels. Trial reels are the greatest function or thing that's ever been given to us as creators. And no, you can't just spam your most viral videos of all time like you used to be able to, but that does not mean we